Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room. It's Monday night, and that means that we're live doing a cool demonstration. Well, I don't know how cool it is, but tonight I'm going to show you how to do a S.I.P card. S.I.P is stamps, ink, and paper. That's it. I'm just getting this shared over to my VIP group. Choose the right one. Don't want to send it somebody else's group. Ooh, that would be a boo-boo. There we go. Okay, so stamps, ink, and paper. That's it. So the original one I used a die. Well, I used a couple of dies, but I'm going to show you how to make the same card using only stamps, ink, and paper. The same designer paper, but in a totally different color hue. And I'm not sure if anybody's going to join me tonight because it is our long weekend in Canada. And I said I didn't know whether I was going to be live or not, but here I am. I'm live, and we're going to get started. All right, so here's the original card I made. It uses the Stargazing designer paper. I got the paper. I did not get the bundle, so I'm using other things. So I used a die for the sentiment, and then this back in here comes from the Earthen Textures dies. Hi, Kathy. So I'm going to do the card without those dies and show you how you can just, excuse me, you can make a card and not have to use dies. Hang on. There we go. Hey, Connie. Hey, ho. All right. So don't let me forget, I have the Share It Saturday draw to do, and I've got a big draw happening during July, and I'm going to have to tell you about that. And I need to tell you about the kits that people earned from me during June. So don't let me forget that. I'll do it at the end. Okay. So this one uses Blackberry Bliss and pumpkin pie. And then I use those two stamps on the inside. And you know me and blotches. I love my blotches. And I'm really liking these circles too. And the circles and the blotches go really good together. Okay, my little note that says, don't use a die. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Did you get stuff done? Did you get crafty time? Hubby and I spent time picking cherries from the neighbor's tree. The neighbor is in her late 80s, and she has these two huge cherry trees. And of course, she can't pick them. So her and her daughter were out there picking cherries. We have a cherry picker. So it's a tin can on the end of an extendable handle. And on one side, there's a groove cut. Let me show you. So there's the can. You're getting drawing 101. Okay, so there's a can, and it's attached to a pole that's extendable. But on this side, you cut a groove in it like that in the top. So when you're picking cherries, you reach up with the can, you put the cherry inside the can, and you put the stem of the cherry in the groove, and you give a mighty tug, and the cherry falls into the can. So you fill it up. You can get like 10 or 50, well, it depends on the size of your can. We just use the soup can. You can get like maybe 10 or 15 cherries in there. Hi, Peggy. And then you bring them down and you empty them into your bucket. So last night alone, we picked 6 pounds. And her daughter picked 2 buckets before that, and there must be at least 6 more buckets on that tree. Holy mackerel, there's 2 trees. It's been a while since I've seen so many cherries on a tree, I'll tell you, but they are so good. So I was crafting, I was doing my videos, getting kits done, and checking out the inventory list because yay, the Cheerful Daisies bundle or a suite is back. So if you've been waiting to order that, it's available now. But don't do it until the 6th, because on the 6th of June, Stamping Up's bonus days start, and you can get a $6 coupon for every $60 you order. So you really need to wait until then. Okay, so there's nothing exciting about this card because I knew I had draws to do and a whole bunch of stuff to tell you, but I wanted to do this card. So this is the Stargazing designer paper, and it's just going to go on there like that. And then I have the inside piece. And then there's two pieces. I chose Berry Burst, and this is 2.5 by 3 3/4. And that's going to go on there. And then there's a piece of the designer paper that's also 2.5 by 3 3/4. And it's going to go on there. So I chose one of the colors from in there like that. And then I have a piece for the sentiment. And this is where you don't have to do your die cutting. We're just going to do it just like that. And then I cut another piece of cardstock. And this is going to go on there like that so that it's going to replicate this die cut. Hi, Janet. So you don't have to do die cuts, and that's it. But first of all, I want to add some Wink of Stella to my designer paper. So I'm going to cover up everything, hopefully, and get my Wink of Stella out. Hi, Holly. And we're just going to flick Wink of Stella on there because, you know, what's a night sky without some bling in it? Stamp, ink, and paper is a good way to make a card, especially if you're going away. You don't have to haul all those supplies with you. And Wink of Stella is very easy. Now you probably, maybe you'll be able to see the bling I've added in there. Look at that. And then wherever these white areas are, I'm just going to go over them with Wink of Stella and make them even blingier. There's only a few of them, and maybe a little bit down through there. There we go. Okay. Hi, Dimity. Okay, so there's the card base. Now, have I got any ribbon? Do you think maybe we could use some ribbon? I didn't put ribbon on the original one, but we can. Because, we got this ribbon. This is cool ribbon. Hi, Valerie. And then we got this ribbon. I don't even know whether yes, I have opened this one. Shall I put some ribbon on here? So there's choice number 1. I'll hold it up so you can see it. This is the hang on, Tahitian tied ribbon. I can use that ribbon, or I could use this ribbon, or we could not put ribbon on it at all. So let me know, or we could use both of them. We could use both of them. We did. I'm not thinking that the colors are not going to go together. Oh, but look at that. Look at this. If we do it sideways like that. Tahitian tied. Okay, we got one for the thick ribbon and one for the thin ribbon. I'm just kind of trying to decide what I want to do. I really like it angled like that. Oh, Janet likes 2 together. Dimity likes both Tahitian tied. Thin, says Peggy. Holly wanted Tahitian tied. I'm not sure that both of those are the same color family. Yes to both on an angle. Okay, well, let me just hack off a hunk. Isn't that a good way to say it? Let me just hack off a hunk. And we'll see once I get the sentiment done and everything. Let's get these back together, get them out of my way. I like it angled too. I think it's cool on the angle because, you know, you got the angle the other way with the paper. Okay, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it in Night of Navy. Now the oh, I didn't tell you what I'm using. Oh, Lord. I'm using Night of Navy and Berry Burst ink. And the sentiment is from Gone Fishing. Not available yet. It was supposed to be in the warehouse today, but it's still on the not available list. So it's coming soon. The dots are from Layering Leaves. The circles are from Timeless Arrangement. The original one, I used this die from the Earthen Textures dies. I'm not doing dies this time. And then I used that one for the sentiment from Countryside Corners. And I added the adhesive back sparkle gems to the original one, but I got out those and I got out the 3-pack tinsel because of the Misty Moonlight, and we might want to use those. Okay, now that I've told you what I'm using, let's just actually do some things. So nobody said anything about what their weekend was like. Did you have a good weekend? Hopefully I got that on there straight. Yes. All right. So I'm going to put that on here like this. So I'm just going to put, oh, I didn't even get any adhesives out. Hang on, I'm going to grab those. So put a couple of strips of adhesive down. And then this is going to go in there. Now, let's get that centered. And then we'll get that centered. Peggy had a quiet weekend. Oh, I was thinking of you, Peggy. Valerie had the painter there mudding and sanding. Oh, Holly had a lovely weekend walking, working in the yard, and visiting friends. Awesome. Well, if you weren't here at the beginning, I shared that hubby and I were picking cherries from the neighbor's tree yesterday. And we got 6 pounds, and there's still about 5 or 6 buckets on there that are going to need to be picked. But we need to get a ladder, and I don't want hubby going up on the ladder. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll put that on. And then we're going to put this on. Okay, I think we'll do both. Because why not, right? Okay, let me get some adhesive on here. And this. And we'll put this one on first. This is going to be a blingy card. And I know I said it was stamps, ink, and paper, but that just means no tools. And this is keeping with the same theme, right? Even though I'm using ribbon. Okay, I pulled it too tight. Gotta let that loose a bit. Nope. Good Lord. I really was awake when I started this. Really, I was. Hubby was talking to the northern grandson We'll see if he wants us to bring our bikes up there and go for a bike ride with him. Okay, there we go. Now, get my tear and tape. Why not do something wild and exciting with your cards, eh? And then we have to put the second layer on there. When you're using this tear and tape, if you have a hard time getting the liners off, just use your fingernail or your thumbnail and burnish it really well. And then the liner will come right off for you. She says as she crosses her fingers and makes sure that it's going to come off. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put the other one in there. Okay, so now that you've seen this, hi Pat. Now that you've seen this with just the blue, are you still wanting me to put the Tahitian tied one on? That's what it's going to look like. So there it is without the Tahitian tied. And there, let's just put that on there. Oops. Oh my gosh. Fumble fingers, I'll tell you. Do it this way. And there it's with the Tahitian tied on there. Oh, everybody saying yes to 2. Okay, so I've got I just got to move this one over. It's not in the center. It's driving me nuts because, I like things centered. There we go. Now I just can put a little bit of tear and tape over top of that. Hold the second one in place. And then we'll put that onto the card base. So I was saying earlier that I have the draw to do for the Share It Saturday for, what date is that? 24th, I think. Yep, June the 24th. We had so many amazing cards. It was awesome to see. And so we got that draw to do. And then I'm announcing a big draw for July. I keep wanting to say August, but it's July. I don't want the summer to be over any faster than it has to be. You might just get to like the ribbon. Oh, Cat does not like ribbon. But you know what? There's a place for it. Not every card requires it or makes a good card to put ribbon on. It depends on what the card is. I agree with you. But this one, definitely, because the wide ribbon has a silver thread in it. So it's also providing bling. There we go. See that? Oh, it's so exciting. Okay, now let's attach this to this. I'm just going to put some in the middle here. Some adhesive, and I'm going to attach that to that, like that. And then, because we've got ribbon on there now, I think I'll pop this up on dimensionals. Or my big ones, that'll make it go faster. So Stamping Up has announced that on the 6th of July, they're going to start bonus days. So July the 6th is a huge, huge day. Well, it's a big day in Stampin' Up land. It is bonus days start. The new online exclusives are available to order, and that truck and punch is coming out. Oh, I put it in the middle. Oh, is this going to work? Yeah, it'll do. So you have the truck and the punch, the bonus days, And there's a new kit coming out. So bonus days is with every $60 you order in one order, you get a $6 coupon. So it's like saving 6%. No, it's like saving 10%-ish. So if you put in a $60 order, you're going to get one. You put in a $120 order, you're going to get two. If you put in a $180 order, you're going to get three. Right. Oh, this is looking good. And I think I'm just going to put right there like that. Oh, I just had an amazing idea. No, Peggy, the bonus days run from the 6th of July to the 31st of July. And then, so with every $60, you get a $60 coupon. And then in August, you'll have the month of August to redeem them. And it is good for anything that you order in August. Should we add some of this? Oh, no. Nope. Nope. Different color altogether. Don't want to bring in any more colors. Did I cut this straight? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just going to put this down flat. I'm not going to pop this up because I popped up that layer. And this is going to go in here like this. All right. Now, the card match. Oh, it does match my shirt. Look at this. I'm wearing Azure Afternoon. Who knows? This shirt is so old. Let me show you. This shirt says Las Vegas in bling. The Las Vegas is blingy. And you probably can't see that it's bling, bling, bling. But it's so big. It used to be that I couldn't fit in it. And now it's so big that I really shouldn't be wearing it. Okay, so I'm going to do the inside, and I'm going to do circles in so tell me, I've got circles and blotches. Which do you think I should do? Should I do the circles in Berry Burst or Night of Navy? Tell me just which one. These are the circles. I'll show you the envelope so you can see. So there's the circles and the blotches. Should I do the circles in Berry Burst or Night of Navy? Night of Navy, bear. Okay, we have one for each one. So somebody else, give me an opinion. Holly says Berry Burst and Valerie said Night of Navy. And the winner is, come on, somebody else, tell me. Oh, Kathy says Berry Burst. Dimity says Night of Navy. Pat says Berry Burst. Peggy, okay. Peggy says Night of Navy. We're still tied. Janet says Night of Navy. Okay, Night of Navy it is. Oh, Connie says Night of Navy. Okay, circles are going in Night of Navy, and I'm just going to put them on here randomly. Well, sort of randomly. You know, as random as my head gets. There we go. And on the envelope. When I'm stamping down the side of something, for some reason, I always have my stuff this way. Hello, Judy. Connie says Night of Navy. Judy says Berry Burst. Okay, now I'm going to put the dots on. The dots will be in Berry Burst. And I'm just going to go right over top like this, all the way along. So there's the envelope. going to do the same thing on here, but I'm going to kind of do this so that I get them invading into the center of that card a little bit, because why not? There we go. There's the inside, and that's it for the stamping. And there's no die cutting. Not bad, eh? Okay, so in July, I have a bunch of stuff I need to give away. Well, I don't need to give it away. I would like to give away. So, I have a big draw, and I'm sorry, but it's only for Canadian stampers because I can't send product across the border, as you very well know. And I'll tell you all the details in a sec. Now, bling. We have to put bling on. So here's the bling I used. So it's adhesive back sparkle gems. There's those ones. So there's black, brown, and clear. Or I can use Tinsel Gems 3-pack. So there's light pink ones, Fresh Freesia, and Misty Moonlight ones. Which ones do you think we should use? The number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? And while you do that, I'm just going to stamp my name on the back of the card so that the first ones, ooh, Dimity says the first ones, Janet says second, Peggy says first, Valerie says first. We'll be putting the first ones on. Okay, I'm going to get my stamp here. And I don't forget to do it. And put my control number on there. Look at that, 4781. That's how many different cards I've made. I lost my envelope. How could I have lost? Oh, it's here. Hello. Okay, well, let me go back and look at the, so 21121 down to Valerie. 22. Oh, the 2s are ahead by 1 vote. Okay, we'll use the second one, and I'll mix it. I'll mix them up. I will mix them up. We will put a big blue one. Where should we put it? Right there, I think. And then a little blue one up here. And a little pink one up there. There we go. Keep everything on the diagonal. What do you think? Not a bad card. If you need to make a whole bunch of cards, this would be a really easy one to do. So there's the original card that uses a die for that and a die for this. And this one, I didn't use any dies at all. I think the sentiment's on there crooked, so don't look too closely. Isn't that cool? Love it. Okay. Now, put those over there. For everybody who placed a minimum $60 order in June, you're going to be getting a kit from me to create this card. I won't be sending you the bling. I'm going to sell it, and I won't be any die cutting or stamping. So you'll get the cardstock, the designer paper, cardstock to cut this, cardstock to cut this, including the luster paper. And I will be mailing them out hopefully by the end of the week. I have a few to cut, and I haven't cut any yet. And the Daisy bundle, as I said, is back in available now as of today. And thank you to Marlene for making me aware of that, because I'm still in holiday mode. So those are going to happen this week. And then I have this customer appreciation draw happening in July. Anybody who places a minimum $60 order, now this excludes the clubs. So the monthly club, the new color club, and the in color club, those orders are not involved in this because they're getting their own customer appreciation thing. But if those people place another order that is a minimum $60, then you go in this draw. So $60 gets you one entry, $120 gets you two entries, and you know it goes up from that. I have 5 prizes. There'll be 5 winners, and the winners get to choose what they win. Well, I'll accept the 5th one. They'll get whatever's left over. So I only have one of each of these things. The draw will happen during my first live stamping demonstration in August. And I don't know when that is going to be because we may have family here the week of the 7th of August. And I'm not sure I'm going to be live on the 7th or the 10th. That's when the draw will happen. And it's only open to Canadian stampers because, of course, you have to be able to order from me. Okay, so what do I have? I got a whole stack of goodies. I have the two-tone Flora dies. These are worth $54. Only the dies, not the stamp set. So this is a brand new set. I had to open it so I could bring out the dies and let you see them. So it's still in their bag. So the two-tone Flora dies consist of this big background die, plus these ones that match the two-tone Flora stamp set. All right, let me just find that stamp set for you so you can see. Two-tone Flora is on page 34. So there's the stamp set that goes with it if you choose to get the stamp set, or you can get just the dies because this one works without the stamp set and it's free. So one lucky person is going to win those. I'm going to put them back in the package. All right, so that's one prize. So that's worth $54, just those dies. And they're not bundled anymore. The second prize is something fancy dies. So that's these ones. A whole bunch of labels and some leaves and stuff. That's another prize. And those are worth $79 or 79. Can't even read. Nope, they're worth $39. I'm going to put them back in here properly. Now, I think these coordinated with a stamp set, but I don't remember. So let me just go and look. I'll find the dies. And I know they're not bundled. Something Fancy coordinates with Something Fancy stamp set on page 34. Oh, look at that. So there's the sentiment stamp set that it coordinates with. Now the stamp set doesn't come with it. It's just the dies. So that's the set. That's another prize. And then I have the Leaf Fall embossing folder. Still in its original packaging, never been opened. This is worth $15. These are all current products. These are not retired products. And then I have the Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin kit. This is a complete kit. You get a Mossy Meadow ink spot. You get the twine. You get a stamp set. And you get all the bits and pieces you need to create the cards. There's envelopes. So you're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Dimensionals, card bases. These are stickers. and die cuts, overlays, vellum overlays, plus the instructions. So there's the cards that this kit makes. So that's a complete kit. Now, if you live out of town and you don't want to pay to ship the Mossy Meadow ink spot, we don't have to send it to you. But the rest of it will ship for no more than $5.35. Now, anybody, the winners of these things are responsible for the shipping to get them to you. And the last prize I have is a complete paper pumpkin kit from this month. So this is the one I played with on last Tuesday. And I ended up getting a spare one, and Stamping Up said, just keep it. Oh, I took all the cards out. This one. Remember I played with this one? So they said, keep it and use it as a giveaway. So that's what I'm doing. Does not come with the dies, the extra dies, but these are still available if you want them. It does come with the stamp set and the ink spot, which is Night of Navy, I believe, was the ink spot. Comes with everything. So these are the cards that I made with that kit on Tuesday. That's just the way the kit, these are the cards that are designed. This one and that one. And it comes with strips of dimensional to make that frame. And this is the third kit that the kit makes. And then I did this one. I went rogue, and that's my alternative card. So a complete paper pumpkin kit from June, still wrapped up in its plastic. Now, if you don't want the ink spot, I will take it out of the box. I will put it in an envelope, and it will ship for like $5.35 at the most. I haven't weighed it, so I don't know how much it would be. So that's what the draw is. I got 2 die sets, an embossing folder, Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin kit, and Welcome In paper pumpkin kit. Enter with every $60 you order during July, and one lucky person is going to win each of those things. So there'll be 5 draws, 5 winners, 5 people. Okay. And as I said, the club orders don't count because they have stuff of their own. Hi, Marcia. Okay, now time for the draw. Has anybody got any questions? You want to tell us anything exciting that you did on the weekend? I'm just going to get my wheel of names happening here. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Hi, Marlene. Yes, Marcia. Hello, all friendly stampers. So this video is in my public page, so feel free to share it. Tag your besties, your Stampin' friends, and just tell them they need to be watching my videos on Mondays, and then invite them to the VIP group because stuff happens over there too. And don't forget to hit those emojis. If you're watching the replay, thanks so much. I appreciate it. And if you're watching me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Oh, Marcia was watching fireworks. Nice. Okay, I have to take my phone down because I'm going to do the draw for Share It Saturday. And I need my phone out. Leave my phone out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go this. There we go. So there's Share It Saturday for June the 24th. I'm going to delete the title, delete the row, hit shuffle once, hit shuffle twice. And the winner for the Share It Saturday draw, look at all the entries we had. Isn't that lovely? I love that. And they're piling up for this week too. Okay, here we go. The winner is, dum, da, da, dum, drum roll, please. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be close. Is it going to stop? Oh, Marie, congratulations, Marie. You are the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations. Make sure you PM me with your address so I can get a card in the mail to you. And if you live in Canada, you'll get a giftie. If you live outside of Canada, I can't send you that. Yes, congratulations, Marie. I don't think she's won before. That's awesome. Okay. Well, everybody, that's all I got for you. No mail, so I don't have any cards to show you. I got a mess, but you don't want to see that. I'm getting ready for my BOGO sale. I started last night. I've started entering stuff in. I have boxes and boxes of stuff. So that'll happen in August, towards the end of August, I'm thinking. There'll be an in-person one and an online one. So stay tuned for more information. You all know how BOGO works, right? So I show you. You're welcome, Janet. I show you the retired stuff I have for sale. It's at full price before shipping and tax. And you bid on that. And then I add up all the retired stuff you want. And then you buy that amount in new stuff and you get the retired stuff for free. So if you live outside of Port Alberni, you're responsible for the shipping for that. But I wrap it up really tight and I make sure that it goes for as cheap as I can get it for you. And then you end up with brand new stuff you pay for and retired stuff that's free, or brand new stuff that's free and retired stuff you pay for. Yay! I love BOGO. We had a lot of fun last year doing it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun this year too. I just have to start hauling stuff out of my craft room and getting it ready. Oh, hello, Rosemary. Yes. So, I would love to hear if you would like to see that happen on a weekend or a weekday. I'm thinking the in-person one on a weekend, and then maybe on a Monday night, I'll do the virtual one because it'll be on my page and in my VIP group. So if you got any thoughts on it, send me a message, send me an email. Marie, don't forget, Marie W, don't forget to send me your address so I can get your card off in the mail to you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I get to stamp with my monthly stamping club on Wednesday, and I'm so looking forward to it. I love my clubs. They're the highlight of my week. Nope, the highlight of my month. Well, now I have 3 clubs, so 3 weeks. Yay! Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you Thursday night in my VIP group. We'll be doing some kind of a fancy fold. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.